I think it's a little bit more complicated than that because there are still natural human bodily functions that happen. And then he was just like, nope, let's reel it back in because that's just too much. Nope. Do not ever do that. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jess the MD. Thank you so much for joining me. A few quick little life updates before we get into episode 6 of The Last of Us. Yes, I cut my hair. I was not intending to cut my hair this short, but we are here. It happened. It's okay. We're rocking it. It's all good. We love it now. It'll be fine. We are also going to be moving soon, so you are going to be seeing a completely different studio setup that's coming in the next month or two. It's going to take some time to get that set up, but we will get there. Otherwise, if you're interested in watching episode 6 of The Last of Us with me, let's jump right in.
If your brother's west of the river, he's gone.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him?
What an awful situation. And also Joel, clearly a softie. I just keep falling more and more in love with him.
Joel, are you okay? Joel?
Shut up.
Holy shit, are you dying?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
No, but are you? Because just a reminder that if you're dead, I'm fucked.
Shut up, fine.
Okay.
Just the cold air. All of a sudden.
On the differential, I would have something like maybe a panic attack, or even he could be having a heart attack. He's in his mid-50s. He has not had the best healthcare in the last 20 plus years, eaten whatever he can find, etc. So it's not unreasonable to consider a heart attack on the differential diagnosis. Really, what that looked like though was probably a mild panic attack. He's just found out from people that seem to be pretty knowledgeable about the area that his brother may not be alive. That is a lot to take in, and that can definitely lead to a panic attack. Symptoms of a panic attack could be things like shaking, trembling, feeling really, really anxious, having heart palpitations, feeling clammy, sweaty palms, feeling weak, feeling like your vision is kind of tunneling and you're passing out. There are so many symptoms that can signify a panic attack. I've had people come to the ER thinking they're having a heart attack, but really everything looks normal. Their EKG looks normal. Their cardiac enzymes look normal. And what ends up being the diagnosis is often a panic attack. Joel was clutching the right side of his chest, so I think probably panic attack is higher on the list than heart attack, but definitely something to keep in mind.
Can I have some?
No.
What? Just to warm up? Come on. Yep. So gross.
Not condoning underage drinking in any way, but that was hilarious, and also just like her reaction to drinking coffee.
Like, what do we do?
Oh, it's a we?
Okay, fine, whatever. You can do anything you want. Where are you going? What are you doing?
It's never been an option. Maybe an old farmhouse, some land, a ranch.
Cool. What kind?
Sheep. I would raise sheep. They're quiet. Do what they're told.
Yeah, okay. So, just you and a bunch of sheep.
Honestly, he's lived such a hectic life over the last couple of decades. It's not unimaginable that he would want to live on a farm alone, away from everybody. It kind of makes sense. There's something about it to calm the psyche down over years and years of turmoil. It might help him work through a lot of the stuff that he's been dealing with and a lot of the PTSD that he still definitely has.
It'll work, right? The vaccine.
It's a little late to start wondering.
I tried with Sam.
Tried what?
I knew he was infected. I rubbed some of my blood into his bite. I know, it was stupid, but I wanted to save him.
Well, I reckon it's a lot more complicated than that. Marlene, she's a lot of things, but she's no fool. If she says they can do it, they can do it.
I too really hope that they can do it. It does make sense though that it didn't really work the way that Ellie did it with Sam, and I love that Joel is like,
I think it's a little bit more complicated than that.
because yeah, it sure is.
And what about you? Where are you gonna go?
It's probably because I grew up in the QZ. Behind you, there's ocean, and ahead of you, there's a wall. Or else to look but up. I read everything I could in the school library. Like Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Jim Lovell. But you know who my favorite is?
Sally Ride.
Sally Ride. Best astronaut name ever. Want to take first watch or second?
I'll do both. Get some sleep.
Dream of sheep ranches on the moon.
Oh, well.
It also makes sense that Ellie would love to just get off this godforsaken planet because she's only ever grown up in this crazy apocalyptic fungus-infected place. So she just wants to get off the rock, right? Like, she just wants to get away. Also, did it sound to you like it sounded to me that Joel is implying that they're going to be living together after all of this is over? Like, he's taken on like a fatherhood figure for her. I love this relationship. I really do.
Still mumbling in your sleep. I woke up early. You were passed out, so I took second watch.
You gotta wake me up if that happens. You can't do things like this.
But I can. Because I just did.
I'm responsible for you, okay?
Then don't fall asleep. I was quiet. I checked my sticks. I looked for tracks. I found the high ground. And I kept watch. Like you taught me to. What can I say, man? I'm a natural.
A total dad. I know he's not going to admit it anytime soon, but he definitely cares deeply about her. And I just, this warms my heart. I love to see this.
What are you doing out here?
Just looking for my brother. It's all, nothing more.
What's her name?
Joel.
Tommy!
Oh my goodness, am I so happy that they reconnected. I'm just so happy to see Joel at least happy in some capacity again and have some family again. Oh, I love it.
There's more if you need it.
Thank you, ma'am. It's been a while since we've had a proper meal.
Actually, I don't think I've ever had a proper meal. This is amazing.
Sorry. Ellie, let's mind our manners. Ma'am, we're grateful for your hospitality and all, but it'd be nice to have a moment here, maybe just for family.
Well, Maria is family, actually.
Oh, shit. Congrats. Joel, say congrats.
Congrats.
First, Joel is telling Ellie to mind her manners, and now Ellie is telling Joel to mind his manners. This is great and a perfect father-daughter-esque relationship. And actually, I will say a lot like the relationship that Joel had with Sarah. Just saying.
If you knew the shit that I've been through, Tommy, trying to find you these last few months.
I'm gonna be a father. Maria's a few months along now. So I just gotta be more careful. To be honest, I'm scared to death. But I don't know. I feel like I'd be a good dad.
Guess we'll find out.
Oh man, Wow. Okay, that was probably very triggering for Joel. To have gone through what he went through with his daughter, with Tommy right there, and for Tommy not to acknowledge just how traumatizing and triggering that can be. I understand Joel just clamming up, clearly getting angry and walking away. I actually started crying in that moment. Wow.
Fork.
Man, we're starting to see Joel open up and soften up and actually show us, the viewer, exactly how much he's struggling inside. I cannot even begin to imagine the grief and the pain that is now resurfacing for him. Wow.
Oh. Gross.
Because there are still natural human bodily functions that happen, and Ellie, being female and having a uterus, will have a period for sure. And those period cups, I will say, are freaking awesome. I'm actually curious to know now, what has she been doing for her period this whole time? That's got to get pretty messy in a situation where she can't really get a shower. She doesn't actually have pads or tampons or anything. I wonder what they were even doing in the QZ. They probably had those things, but now out here with Joel. But a menstrual cup, that thing is awesome.
Who's been cutting your hair?
World-class salons.
Let me get my scissors.
Oh, whoa, no.
Trim. That's all. Just the ends. I promise.
I went in for a trim last week. From here to here, it happens. So, I guess watch out.
I always liked doing hair, though. Maybe it was a mom thing. You were looking at the little memorial Tommy made?
Yeah. I'm sorry about your kids.
It's okay. And kid, just Kevin. Sarah was Joel's daughter. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's okay. I guess that explains him a little.
Look, I'm not gonna ask you what you're doing with him.
Good.
But there are clearly things you don't know about Joel.
Oh, like how he used to kill people? I know about that.
Be careful who you put your faith in. The only people who can betray us are the ones we trust.
Okay, maybe it's because we're watching kind of from the perspective of Joel and Ellie, but I seriously don't believe that Joel has any real ill intent. He did some questionable things in the past, sure. He's been dealing with a lot. And now Ellie's seeing even more what he's been dealing with and why he's probably been more reluctant to get close to her, but also very clearly cares about her and is much like a father figure to her. This is a lot, actually, to discover in one sitting, especially for a 14-year-old girl.
We made it as far as KC, and then, she saved my life there from another kid. 5 years ago, I would have destroyed him. But she had to shoot him to save me, 14 years old. Because I was too slow and too fucking deaf to hear him coming. And today I thought that dog was gonna tear her apart because it smelled something on her. And all I did was stand there. I couldn't move. I couldn't think of anything to say. I was so afraid. You think I can still handle things, but I'm not who I was. I'm weak.
Joel is showing his softer side. That's not weakness, but in this situation, he definitely feels like that's a weakness, and all of that trauma is coming up now. And now this is something that he really has to deal with because it's boiling over. There's so much here, so much emotion. I can't. I mean, I can. I love this, but wow.
Lately, there are these moments where the fear comes up out of nowhere, and my heart feels like it stopped. And I have dreams. Every night.
What kind of dreams?
I don't know. I can't remember. I just know that when I wake up, I've lost something. I'm failing in my sleep. It's all I do. It's all I've ever done. It's failure. Again and again.
This is so powerful. I don't think I even have words, and I usually have words. I think Joel might be mistaking emotion and feeling things for weakness. I understand in some ways how he's gotten to that conclusion because he's missed things, you know, like when he didn't hear that other guy coming. I think his big trauma in an umbrella form is failure, and he's dealing with all of it now, and it's all coming back from the beginning, and he's probably dreaming about it, and his brain is just putting up that barrier so he doesn't remember dreaming about what happened to Sarah and all the other traumatic moments that he's dealt with since then. This is so much.
Listen,
Why are you here?
I came here to talk to you.
No, why are you still here? If you're gonna ditch me, ditch me.
I made this decision for your own good. You'll be way better off with Tommy. He knows the area better than I do.
Do you give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you so afraid of? I'm not her, you know. Maria told me about Sarah and...
No. Don't say another word.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me. Everybody except for you!
That right there, what Joel just did, was total defense mechanism. He just separated himself. Like, okay, you know what? This is getting a little too real for me. I'm just gonna, this is not real. I found it interesting how he really did admit that he cares about her. And then he was just like, nope, let's reel it back in because that's just too much. I think he really wants to care for her long term and be there for her. I don't know. That's just the feeling I get. But he is so traumatized. God. Trauma, just through this whole thing, trauma. He's so traumatized by everything that's happened, especially with Sarah, that he's struggling to let himself go there and let himself be that vulnerable again. Ellie is right though. Her parents are gone. Literally everyone she's ever cared about is gone. So yeah, she's only 14, but it is not fair to say that she doesn't know what loss is. She clearly knows what it is. And she, I am sure, has a lot of trauma that she has to deal with from her past. Wow, this is a lot, guys. This is still a lot. Oh.
You came here to say goodbye or something?
No. I came here to steal one of these horses and go.
Well, I would have gave you one.
I know. Anyway, that was 30 minutes ago, and I guess you deserve a choice. I still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
Okay.
He does care, and she cares. They definitely love each other. There's love there. There's for sure love there.
There's a place for you here.
Both of you?
Counting on it.
I really hope that they end up coming back here because this is like a total happily ever after. There are sheep, there are movies, there's fun. It actually seems like a pretty normally functioning society unless I'm missing something. That would be a wonderful happily ever after.
Joe!
Nope. Do not ever do that. If there is a stab wound in someone's abdomen, whatever that thing is that has stabbed them, leave it in there, please. What is happening many times is that object is actually stopping bleeding. So once you take it out, the floodgates open and people can bleed out into their abdomen very quickly, very aggressively, and can die very quickly. Now, the other problem is that thing that went into him, whatever, was that a part of a bat, a knife? I don't know for sure. It was not clean. So there will definitely be a huge risk of infection. When there is something dirty that goes into the abdomen, which is a pretty clean space, bad things are gonna happen. Oh no. Oh no.
Go! Get on the horse! Get on the horse! Go! Get back! They're not following us. I think we're safe. Joe? Joe? Joe, no, no, no! Shit!
This is very, 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 very not good. He looked pale as fork on that horse before he fell. Luckily, it looks like when he fell on his shoulder and not like straight on his head and broke his neck. So thank goodness for that. But this is going to be bad. Very bad.
Joe? Joe? Shh. Joel, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Joel, you gotta get up. Please. Joel, please.
They gotta leave it on that cliffhanger, right? Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so bad things are happening. Not even about to happen. They are happening. Joel's gonna need some serious, probably IV antibiotics. I hope they are able to find that because this is a very dangerous, very risky situation. So, you guys know the drill. We are watching The Last of Us, going through the whole series thus far. If you're enjoying this, please like down below, subscribe to the channel. It really helps the girl out. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Jess the MD. I really enjoyed spending time with you. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me, and I will see you in the very next one. Bye.